As the mind becomes more and more quiet, it becomes obvious that your true innate beingness is absolutely still. You're never really moving. You're never going anywhere. You're never actually doing anything. But until the mind quiets down, there are plenty of distractions for your attention. So you become enamored with the content of experience, the apparent movement and activity. And so long as you're enamored with that apparent activity, that act of cognition, you're confusing your identity with that. And so you think that you're going places and doing things. And as the mind quiets, those distractions dissolve, and it becomes obvious that you've never actually done anything. Nothing has ever actually happened. Nothing is happening now, and nothing ever will happen. You remain perfectly still, in absolute bliss, peace, totally motionless. And all of the apparent happenings are arising of themselves through you as you. They're emanations of your light, your beingness. It's just that those emanations are not your true intrinsic nature. So movement might appear to happen, but it holds no weight. It's empty. It's not a real happening. And this isn't on offer to be believed, because if you believe it, that's just more mental activity serving as a distraction. So what I'm suggesting is that when you pay close attention to the nature of the mind, the phenomenal arising, and you're 100% honest about how it is, what I'm saying will become obvious for you. It will be immediately obvious. It will be so immediate that it's obvious before the belief about it even has the chance to arise. And this is an eternal obviousness. I don't mean eternal in the sense that it's a collective of all time. I mean, it's no time at all. It's an obviousness which isn't moved through a process. It's a still obviousness. Whenever the mind becomes quiet, this is what is illuminated, undeniably. You could think of it as standing in front of a mirror, looking at your own reflection, you being the body in this analogy. If the mirror has smudges on it, those smudges are going to obfuscate the reflection. The reflection, the light reflecting off of the mirror is going to be less vibrant. It's going to be a less true reflection of the body. And when you clean the mirror, you're adding the surface cleaner to it, but not for the sake of adding anything. You're adding it to remove the grime off of the mirror. And as well, you wipe off the surface cleaner. So what you're left with is less, and less equals clarity. Clarity is just what is obvious when you remove the distractions. And so, in the same way, when you remove the distractions of the mental activity, when the mind becomes quiet, what's left is clarity about your true essence of being. It's not something that you have to believe or go learn in a book. It just becomes obvious. It's an effortless obviousness. It might seem like it takes effort to quiet the mind, but after a certain point, if you're earnest enough, if you're persistent enough, it becomes obvious that you've never actually exerted any effort whatsoever. The whole time, you were yourself, pretending to be something else, pretending to be a finite individual that had to exert effort to find themselves or recognize themselves. The irony is the whole time, you never stopped being yourself.